Okay, let's kick things off into high gear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the DMT 4-ish Nations Tournament Round 2, North America versus Team Oceania, proudly brought to you by DMT, Discord server organising this beautiful event that we have here today. What is going on, everybody? It is good to see everyone. We have a very special event lined up here for you today. As I said earlier, it is DMT Tournament Round 2. What the DMT Tournament actually is, guys, is it is a tank-only warfare battle on Hell Let Loose. So if you like your War Thunder, you like your Hell Let Loose, you like your tank battles, you are in for an extra special little treat that we've cooked up for you guys here for you today. So let us go through a little bit about how this game is played. Pure and simple, it is quite easy, guys. So we are fighting only over the midpoint only. Fully capturing the fourth point is prohibited. Medium and recon tanks only. Use of Sherman tank 75mm smoke rounds is prohibited. No set number of each type. Teams may decide their own mix. Each team is allowed 1 commander and 4 tank crews. May run 2-man crews as well. Must remain within the same tank until it is destroyed or stuck beyond recovery. May kill enemy tanks, enemy crewmen repairing their tank, shuttle vehicles actively being used anywhere on the map. May only be shuttled back to their tank by the commander in a jeep or truck. May drive through the fourth point/capture area. May switch to infantry at the start of the match to build nodes. May not intentionally clip a tank inside of an object that is not intended to be an accessible object. So, no cheese in here, guys. Got to keep it nice and fair. Now, the tank commander, he must stay in the tank at all times. May play in any seat of the tank, so very versatile position there as well. Crewmen may only leave their tank to repair their own tank or a friendly tank. Must stay within 15 meters of own tank at all times when repairing another friendly tank. They also may use smoke grenades to give themselves a little bit of cover while they do it. The commander must remain in the HQ and use the following abilities. Only 2 precision strikes per match. Only allowed to spawn tanks, trucks and jeeps. Use recon planes anywhere on the maps. Can use supply drops for nodes. Use encourage. Use resource swap abilities. Use any other commander abilities not listed is prohibited. So quite a few rules that are going on here, but that's okay. Also may shuttle the crews back around, which is good. So a little bit of versatility there. As you can see here on the map, you can see a little layout of where they can operate, where they can't operate, where they can go, etc. So the fighting will start very, very shortly. Just give the crews a little bit of time to get into their little spots where they need to go before it all kicks off. Before we do that, let's have a look at tonight's lineup, shall we? Representing North America, we have Kuda, King Weasel, No Regrets, Meat Sledge, Arctic Fox, Fleaburn, MAJ, 24, Pickle and Pear, Goose, Yoda, Wizard, Glass Glazier, Groundhog, Gunnatex, Saipan Renpai, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, Balkan Bum, Danny Boy, Bat Shill, Purple Goat, Sunny Eshend, Chapo, Kraken, War Daddy, James, Tennessee, Jars, NXX Shadow, Lucky Dice, Corporal Sparky, Rug Air Hawk, General Cheeks, and Corporal Infernal, Freeman and Zombie rounding up those ones there. Now let's have a look at the Oceania team, see what they're up against. Representing Oceania, we have Mr. Dangmore, The Machine, Dow 666, Cannibalistic Flamingo, Helmet Schumacher, Yadam Dog, Wing Ace, Spurs 434, Louis the Lug, Jen Butt Patton, Private Property, Kratos, Nipper, Killer, D's Nuts, Regrets Nothing, Nutty Got Meats, Forrest, and of course Toby Drew and Rain lining out that lineup. So this should be an interesting match that we have lined up here. We've got the best of the best representing Oceania. We've got the best of the best representing North America. They have come together to duke it out for supremacy, to see who will be the top dog in the 4-ish nations. After this tournament, we have an extra one more lined up for you, which will be the Oceania versus Europe. So we'll see if we can cover that one for you guys too as well. Should be a great fun match. We have a brilliant match lined up here for you all here today. Tell you what, I do love these tank match games. Really, really good fun. I've definitely played in a couple of these DMT tournaments as well. So definitely looking forward to getting to the action to see what it's going to unfold. Now, this is a delayed telecast as well. I will be continuing to remind you guys that this is a delayed telecast, just to prevent stream snipers. Just putting a little note up there. So it'll be really interesting to see how this match unfolds, because both teams, obviously from opposite ends of the world, so you do have a little bit of an issue with lag. However, the organisers have done their absolute best to try and make sure that it is even Stevens on all grounds, so they'll be playing on a Asian server. So the lag is pretty much even Stevens between the two. Now, let us just zoom around here, just making sure that I know where everybody is situated. Make sure I get myself into a little bit of a groovy position. Okay, I am where I need to be. We'll be kicking things off in a couple of minutes here, guys. Once all the tanks have got their positions lined up, it'll be all happy days and good to go. Here we have the Oceania team. Is that the Oceania team? Yes, it is. The good old Sherman tank, the workhorse of the American forces right there. Would be cool if like each individual Sherman, when they spawned in, had their own little custom name on the barrel. I reckon that'd be really, really cool to see. You know, sort of referencing some of the Fury movies, you know what I mean? The guys are there all lined up, ready to go, ready and waiting. Let's go see if we can go over and see if we can't find the Germans, the North American team. Let's go see where they are. All things considered, they should be in a similar position. Here we go. Got one of the PZ4s over here. Cheeks, Infernal and Freemason there in this tank, sitting there ready to go. They are ready for war. We'll be kicking things off on 1 minute. In 1 minute, guys, this will be all happening. The good old PZ4 workhorse of the German infantry right there, of the Wehrmacht. Actually quite a very successful tank. They had so many different variants of this tank. My personal opinion, I reckon they should have kept this tank all throughout the course of World War II instead of trying to upgrade to different variants. But unfortunately they did max out the amount that they could do with it. But they had the production line sorted out. They knew how to build them. Alrighty, it looks like we're all full steams ahead here, guys. They're starting to move into their positions. That's interesting. Why are they shooting rounds up into the air like that? Probably trying to throw off a couple of traces to be like, hey, this is where we are, here's where we're at. As they move on into the point. Fighting only over the midpoint in this spit it out motor. Fighting only over the midpoint in this match. Oh no, he's got the tank stuck. Yep, first gear. There we go. Come on, Bessie. Climb up there. That's it, Bessie. I've been in that position many times myself. I thought he might have had it stuck there for a second. He's all good. As the German tanks roll on into the first point. I'm going to get some really good, interesting tank-on-tank battle action happening here. So if you're a fan of your War Thunder stuff, you will definitely be loving this little matchup that we've cooked up for you guys here this evening. Okay, as they roll on into the point, let's go see what the Americanas are doing. Yeah, they should be pretty well spread out around the map as well, but battling over only the middle point. I've had way too many coffees this morning. Just going straight through me. We'll just stick with this tank here. We'll see what he does. I think he's going to set up a nice little kill position here, a little ambush spot. Because they do have to try and get in there and cap that midpoint. Got a PZ4 that's rolling on up into the point as well. Everyone's been incredibly cautious. Losing a tank this early on in the match definitely cannot work to your advantage. Takes a little bit of a while for the new tanks to spawn on in. Oh, we've already got some action going on. Some tank rounds have already been fired. Oh, here we go. He's spotted that Sherman over there. I think he definitely has a bead on him. Yep, he definitely have a good line of sight on him for sure. Oh, nice good frontal hit to the frontal armor right there. They're in trouble. They're having to back up. Whoa, that was so close. So close. They just managed to get out of that engagement right there. He's going to have to jump out and try and do a couple little repairs on that tank. Hopefully the North American team can capitalize on this one. Oh, they've had a little bit of an engagement on this side too. He's out of the tank trying to do some repairs. We've already had a Sherman being taken out. Oh no. There's one Sherman already down. Okay, got a Sherman sitting out over here. Not too sure if he's aware of the positioning over there. Now these guys should be fully healed up, ready to go. Yep, repairs are all done. Now where'd that other PZ4 go? He's got right there. He's got a definite bead on him. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this, guys. These guys have got to set up a little bit of a kill zone here between the two. That Sherman that's over behind there peeks out. He is done for. The only thing that's given him decent cover is that hedgerow just right there and a couple little bushes. Wonder what they're going to try and do here. See, if it was me in this tank right here, I would definitely try and change positions. Because this tank here has told that other tank that there's definitely something over here in this area, in this direction. So for them, they're going to have to do some sort of a maneuver here to try and get out of this position. But the center point still has not been captured. Cheeky little PZ4 just hiding in between the buildings here. Got a nice little line of sight down here. Oh, here comes Sherman down the main road. They're engaging. Oh, down he goes. That's that other Sherman just here. He's taken a couple of rounds in that exchange. Whoa, there goes 2 of the PZ4s down straight away. This is a very good opportunity for them to capitalise. I don't know if he knows that that tank is there. Oh, yeah, he does. He's put a ping down. Oof. Nice good shots there, straight on the front. He's going to have to try and back that up. They lose all 3 tanks here immediately. This is going to be a... Oh, another shot. One more, and I think he's going to be done for. Side armor hit. Getting out to repair, and that is them. All 3 tanks on the North American team just absolutely wiped out. Forrest and Toby Drew getting the final kill on those ones. Now they have a good opportunity to take this midpoint and turn the tide of battle into their favour. All 3 tanks have been taken out. Precision Strike is coming in. Oh, just missed him. Just missed him. Okay, now this is a very good opportunity for the the Oceania team here to set up a bit of a kill box. They can set up a good position on a kill box here, have crossing lines of fire. They can potentially hold down this midpoint. Stream has started on a delayed telecast. That is awesome. Those of you who are joining us right now, we are on a 20-minute delayed telecast here just to prevent the stream snipers from coming on into the stream and trying to get some ideas on where they may be. There's some firing going on. Is there another battle happening? Can hear something going on. Oh, yep, down here. What do we have down over here? Oh, yep, there's the other Sherman engaging that PZ4 there. Definitely missed one of those shots. That Sherman tank does look in trouble. Oh, ricochet straight off the top of the turret. Private's having to get out and try and do some repairs on the tank. Can they capitalise? I don't think they're going to win here. Oh, he's missing so many shots. Missing quite a few shots on this. They need to reposition. They can't get an angle on that tank. Oh, ricochet again. What's this German tank's armour made of? They're desperately trying to do some repairs on that. Another ricochet. Oh, down they go. Down they go. Private definitely tried to do his best there to repair that tank, but unfortunately, now he's going to try and be a try and get a little bit of a respawn thing here. I don't think it's going to work, but Private is going to have to hit that respawn button. Yep, there he goes. Oof. Okay, they just took another round in there. Oh, they're getting engaged from the side over here. I don't think he knows where he's actually at right now. Oh, down he goes. The North American team is just getting absolutely scrimmaged here at the moment. That's Forrest and Toby Drew in that Sherman right there. Hell yeah. Okay, what do we have going on down here at the midpoint? They definitely have this position locked down very, very well. It's going to be very interesting to see how the North Americans can come back and counter from this. Sorry guys, just having a couple of people from chat rolling on in. A lot of my regulars, they're like, huh, what's going on? What's happening? It's just like, you didn't read the Discord. I try my best, but everybody has lives. It can be difficult to try and, get as much information out there about what is actually going on and what's happening. Bear with me. letting a couple of my regulars know what's going on. Okay, so these two Shermans that are over here, they've got a nice little good position overlooking this midpoint cap here. So the North American team, they might have to try and get all their numbers together and see what they can do to try and push on forward. These Shermans have just been absolutely dominating the battlefield. Team Oceania has just been tearing it to pieces. That's it, lads. Represent the land down under. So they lost all 4 of their PZ4s. All 4 of their PZ4s almost within the time span of 5 minutes. So now as they get an opportunity to try and get their numbers back, to see if they can counter-attack and take back this position here. See, these two Shermans, I wonder what the strategy is here. They've obviously got this position side here locked down. See, Forrest over here in his tank. So we've got 3 of the Shermans that are on field there. So maybe a big wide flank could potentially be in order, or potentially form a panzer column and just charge on up into the point and see what they can do, see if they can't capitalize on this. But I have had way too many fluids this morning, so I am going to need to go for a quick little bit of a toilet break. I'll just lock on him. Okay, give me a second, I'll be right back. So sorry about this. How unprofessional of me. But I've had way too many coffees this morning, that's just freaking pouring through me, it's ridiculous. My deepest apologies on that one. Unfortunately, that's the downside of having a bit of a small bladder. You can't control these things. It's just what I was born with, unfortunately. Alrighty, let's go over here and have a little bit of a look. See what the Germans are actually trying to do here, the North American team. Oh, they've all come together. Got 2 of them here. So they might be doing like maybe a little bit of a pincer coordination move. They're going to continue to try and go down this left-hand side here to try and get back to the point. But I don't think they're aware that there are other Shermans that are already covering that sector. Oh, we've already got gunfire happening. Yep, they know where they are. They're already engaging them. They've got this whole left side here locked down. Whole left side here. That's actually a really good tactic. They've got that positioning so they can cover this entire open field right here. Now they've had that position, they've got a direct line of sight. They can see exactly what's coming down. And even, sorry, a little bit of what's going on in this side too. Looks like they're a little bit confused as to where those shots have been coming from. That's okay, they'll reposition. They'll re-figure out where they need to do. Freemasons and getting on some repairs here. That's it, boy. Get in there nice and deep like. So hopefully they patch themselves up and try and get back into the point. They may have to rethink their tactics here. If it was me, I would fall back and I'd come down between this main road here. Because now they've taken a few shots there, they know that they're in that position. But you've got all of these buildings here, so many buildings, so many points of opportunity where you could potentially come on in through. Granted, there's not many that could actually come on in through here. You know, you got a road here, but there's nothing really stopping you from trying to go for a big, wide flank. So some battlefield assessment, a little bit of battlefield knowledge and map knowledge definitely goes a long way and can definitely work to your advantage. Okay, we've got a lone Sherman here. He's just going on some patrols right now. Let's just stick with him and see where he comes up with. We'll go back and check over on those PZ4s in just a minute. Absolute brilliant workhorse of the American Army here. So many different variants that were implied, put together for this tank. Made it one of the most reliable tanks and versatile tanks of World War II. You know, you had your flail tanks, you had your Sherman Calliopes, you had your Sherman Fireflies with a 17-pounder British gun. You also had a 76mm variant. But unfortunately, the downside to the Sherman was its very thin armor. Well, it wasn't so much thin, but it just wasn't intended to be a main battle tank. It was more intended to be a purpose for a infantry support tank, firing HE rounds and supporting the infantry as they moved on up. Then once they got into the first deployed in the Africa campaign, the British actually used them, which is quite interesting. They had 250 brand new Shermans that they got given to the British forces. So it wasn't actually the Americans that got to drive their own tanks in the field of battle. It was actually the British, believe it or not. Okay, these two Shermans are down here. They've got a good lock on this road. They're trying to keep the backsides covered to make sure that nothing's going to try and come in from a flank. Oh, here we go. We're taking some shots here. He's taken a few rounds. He's backing on up. Oh, down he goes. I'm not even too sure he knew where he was getting shot from then for a second. Okay, those Shermans are starting to fall back. Oh, can hear some action going on. Let's see if we can find what's happening. Oh, he's taken a few rounds, this other Sherman. I think they've gone for a little bit of a flank, and oh, down he goes, up into a ball of smoke. This might be a good opportunity for the North Americans to try and get this point back here. I'd like to know where they are, though. See if we can't just move around and see if we can't find them here. Because I think they're out the back of the point too. I think they've gone in for a little bit of a nice good flank. So they've lost two Shermans now. Not too sure where that PZ4 was shooting them from. Wherever it was, they had a brilliant spot. Absolute brilliant spot right there. Down the main road there, here he is. That's the one that was engaging that Sherman. Let's follow this beautiful PZ4 here. So interesting fact about the German Panzer IVs was that the casualty rate for their crews was actually 108%, believe it or not. And you're thinking, what, 108%? How can it be 108%? Those numbers don't add up. Where'd you learn your math there from, Motor? And the reason why it was at 108% because a lot of the tank crews that were crewing these vehicles, unfortunately, they were all knocked out. But then they were able to salvage the tank and then repair the tank and then put the tank back into battle. So any PZ4 that was in the war actually went through anywhere between 3 to 5 additional tank crews. Because they would get the tank, they'd bring it back, they would repair all the damage that was done to it, then they would send the tank back into battle with a brand new crew inside of it. But how eerie is that fact too? Like knowing that the seat that you're sitting in, 4 to 5 other people have sat in that exact same seat and they've perished. Very eerie, very eerie. So as this PZ4 charges up the main road, I don't think he knows. Ooh, okay, we've got a Sherman that's over here. He's engaging something. Yep, there's a PZ4 that's all the way down there. They're returning shots on him. Got got brilliant line of sight. That's what I love about these DMT tournaments here, guys. It's just like it's a full constant tank battle, so you don't have to worry about infantry, no worrying about satchels or anything like that, no bazookas. So it makes it a lot more interesting with your coordination and tactics on how you've got to do what you've got to do. Multiple rounds are coming on in here. I think that Sherman does not know. Oh, I think he does, but his round was a little bit short there. Just need to inch that up just a little bit more. This PZ4, I think, has got a bead on him. Oh, straight to the frontal plate there. He's backing up. A little bit of a short round there. But perfect, brilliant aerial denial tactic gameplay right there. He sees him coming on in. He's just like, nope, no way, buddy. You ain't coming on in here. The only one who fights in this yard is me. See, a lot of pings going down too, which is really good. A lot more coordination that you can have there with your pings instead of just relying on tank crew communication. Now let's check up on this PZ4. Let's see where he's at now. Okay, he's moving back onto the point. I think he's going to come in for a cap. I don't think he realizes that that Sherman is down there either. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. He's bringing his gun right, which is definitely a good idea, covering that field of fire, but then you've got to be wary of your left side too. But the odds of Sherman trying to go over that side for a flank. Okay, I think he's going to stop there and just try and observe. See what this Sherman's doing. Oh, he's just sitting there, lying in wait. Don't know if he's going to be able to get a bead on him. I don't think we definitely won't be able to get an angle on him, that's for sure. Definitely won't be able to get an angle on him. But they know something's there. An infantry marker has just gone down. So he has been spotted. He has been spotted. Oh, okay. Now that other PZ4 is just trying to push up on here. If these other two can coordinate with each other, they can potentially take out this other Sherman and take the point back. They're already halfway through the cap. Stopping there, taking his time, assessing the battlefield. Good tactic. Like, what a brutal midpoint to be fighting over. You've got buildings and everything in the way. Like, so many different areas where you can potentially be hit from. Oh, I think this Sherman, this PZ4 here is heading down this main road. I think he's going to try and see if they can't get a flanking opportunity on this Sherman that's sitting over here. I think he's all alone up in this northern sector too. I don't think he has any backup. I think he's the lone wolf right now. PZ4's continuing to move on in. Yeah, they're setting up for a bit of a pincer move here, but he does not know that this other Sherman is right here. He's going to line him up. All they've got to do is just peek forward a little bit, but I wouldn't do it. Oh, here we go. He's feeling gutsy. Another round in. This PZ4 doesn't stand a chance. Oh, side armor hit and down he goes. Nice little sneaky tactic there. Mr. Dangmore is a very very good tank crewman. I've had the pleasure of playing a tank game with him. Very coordinated. This dude really knows his stuff. Really knows his stuff. Down goes the other PZ4 that was on approach as well. That's just denied their entire approach besides this one PZ4 that's left here in the middle. And down goes that Sherman that was hiding in the bushes. So they have taken the midpoint back. So there's a good opportunity for them if they can try and lock this down, but he is there all by himself. More rounds are coming on in on this PZ4 down here. I don't think he's aware of where the shots are actually coming on in from. Dangmore's got a bead on him. He's backing up, going back into his little spot. Good tactic. Just make him sort of... let him know that you're there. 100%. It's all quiet on the Western Front right now. So they need to try and keep this midpoint locked down. There's a bit of a savage battle for them to try and get it back. Here comes the Sherman down the main road. This PZ4 has no idea that he's coming down that main road. He turned his turret just at the wrong time. Turn to your right. Turn to your right, guys. He's right there. Oh, there he goes. Incoming shell coming in. That's a side armor hit as well. If they were clever, yep, they're going to back it up. Use that other dead PZ4 there as some cover. This other Sherman is now on the assault. But I don't think he knows that that PZ4 is just sitting right there. Oh, yes. Perfect shot. Absolutely perfect shot. The only thing that he can potentially do is keep moving forward, but he's in a very critical state right now. That was an engine hit. He's not moving very, very fast. Wonder how this is going to play out. Both these tanks are in very critical state. Is this PZ4 going to move up? Yes, he is. I don't think this Sherman's going to last very long. If this PZ4 moves on up here, Toby Drew has jumped out for some repairs. I think they're completely unaware that they have that tank that's coming up in behind them. Oh, Oscar! There they go. Brilliant defense work here from the North American team. Oh, Sherman coming straight up in close quarters combat. Get that turret turning, buddy. And that's Mr. Dangmore coming back on in again. Oh, down goes that PZ4. Man, what a brilliant matchup we've had here tonight, guys. This has been an absolute cracker of a game that we've been seeing right in front of us right here, right now. So they're aware of that PZ4's location, but they need to try and get somewhere so they can patch themselves up. They're in a very critical state right now. One more hit and I think they'll be done for. How's this PZ4 looking too? They haven't jumped out for repairs just yet. I don't think they. I think they need to try and make sure that they got the area secure before they try and do that. But the Oceania team is capping back midpoint. They are currently capping back the midpoint. So many carcasses just lining the battlefield around here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been one brutal matchup, and they have definitely not failed to disappoint. Oh, look at this! Look at this for a play! Look at this for a play. Recon tank coming on in behind of this PZ4. He has no idea he's right behind him. Rear armor hit right there. Oh, wow, okay. Aha, look at this. Now look at that. That is teamwork right there, guys. That is absolute teamwork. He saw that little recon tank coming on in. He saw that little light tank trying to come in and cause some drama. It did not work. Managed to only get one shot off. Now, North America team is coming back on in. Precision strike coming down, which completely misses. Absolutely misses. That precision strike was no effect whatsoever. Oh, this Sherman over here is not looking too good, guys. He has taken way too many rounds right now. Oh, down he goes. Down he goes. Tell you what, the North American team has really come back on this. It is really, really good to see the different types of playing that they're doing right here. I think he's trying to shoot out that dead Sherman there so we can get the battlefield a good line of sight down that road right there. But that was a really sneaky tactic coming on in with that little light tank there, trying to get him behind. But unfortunately, it only takes one good tank shot, one good shell, and you're out of commission. Alright, so they're going to go on the advance here now and see if they can't secure their points of advance where they had been coming down from, which is a very good tactic. Very good tactic, because there's a chance that they may come back down those areas. So having positions set up so that you can capitalize on your opportunities as much as you can, because it's only like one split second between getting taken out and getting the win. What an absolutely brilliant matchup we have now. The Oceania team is now going to have to reset. They're going to have to reset now and see what they can try and do to try and counteract this defense that they have here. Mr. Dangmore still up and mobile. Don't think they know that he's there, which is probably a good idea. You want to try and hold position, because they would know that they have multiple tanks here on the point. he would definitely know that. So sitting tight, playing it safe until some reinforcements arrive so you have some full strength is definitely a good idea. Definitely a very good idea. Everyone is just sort of holding for their positions at the moment. Lieutenant Duffman here, in charge of his PZ4, just keeping an eye on down that main road. Like, it's a good idea to keep an eye on this road because you have so many hedgerows that are either side of this, so it does give you good potential cover. However, he is completely blind to what's on his left and right hand side of those hedgerows because those hedgerows are incredibly thick. Trying to see what's coming through down there, it's going to be very, very difficult to try and spot something if it does try and sneak up on you. But having said that though, he does have this PZ4 here that is being commanded by Cheeks. Cheeks has got a good line of sight on his right hand side, so they really only have to worry about their left hand side coming down on that hedgerow there. And it is kind of open, so if he even positions himself in a decent spot, I wouldn't go too far as to have the tank sitting in this little direction right here, because then you are open to this side over here. And Mr. Dangmore has that all lined up. But he is in a nice little cheeky spot right there. He's going to be able to shoot over the top of that broken glider wing right there. That's not a glider, it's a plane. Wait, is it a plane or a glider? No engines, that's a glider. So if that PZ4 does sort of sneak out into that gap, opening of the gap between the hedgerows there, he's definitely going to get a good shot on him. But he's just going to have to try and wait for some reinforcements to come on back in. And they'll be coming down very, very shortly, and the next battle for the midpoint will be kicking off. Here's the other PZ4 here, lying in wait. They've got a good position on this road here, looking down that cross section. Although, if I was him, I'd move my tank up into this spot right here, because then you've got coverage of that whole entire road coming down here. Then you can also peek out and potentially get anything that's coming from this way and come up in behind for some additional armor support if you need us to go and support these two guys up here. They've got good positioning here, probably just a little bit spread out, but it's good to have, you know, your units spread out across in these DMT matches, because, you know, you can get flanked. Of course you can get flanked. It is very, very easy, and that's one of the good things about this game, is that the flanks in this game are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So there's some move markers being placed down over here. I think they're going for a little bit of a wider flank here now. Yeah, here's one of the Shermans back in action. This is Spurs' tank being commanded. They've been extra cautious trying to come down this main road. But they're going to try and go around and come in behind those the North American positions there. As I was saying earlier, the flanks in this game are just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. It has been one hell of a close game, though. I cannot say if one potential team could be in the lead. It is too early to tell because there's been some fierce fighting over midpoint. Both teams have held the midpoint as well, and that's how you accumulate points in this game, is who controls the midpoint the most and how many tank kills that you get within this matchup too. So we'll just leave him to his little bit of a flank here. Let's see, we'll go back to him a little bit later on. We've got some infantry markers and move markers, attack markers going down here everywhere. Oh, okay, we've got some action here. Not too sure who he thinks he's shooting at right there. Nutty is back in his tank coming down this main road here. Going to be backing up Mr. Dangmore. Very soon it's going to kick off. Very soon it's going to kick off. That PZ4 has got a great position there, and he's got his engine turned off too. Very, very good tactic, keeping that engine turned off so you can be quiet. Be very, very sneaky. These guys have got great positioning as well. They're keeping this left-hand side of the map completely locked down. Absolutely locked down. Very, very good. Locked up tighter than a snare drum. Once the Oceania team comes back in full strength, it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. Now, midpoint, right here in the center. So this is where you've got to be if you want to be trying to cap this point. It was just contested there for a little bit. Now, where has that... Huh. Never mind. Can hear something. I don't want to look at the map, though. I don't want to give away too many positions here. Ooh, some rounds coming on in there. Oh, here he comes. Coming in from behind from a cheeky flank right here. Let's see if they can capitalize on this flank. He has worked all the way around to try and get in behind these guys. Let's see if it works to his advantage. No, not going to go down the main road. Or not, they might just sit here, line and wait. It's interesting to see how these guys are going to play this out. They've managed to capitalize on this huge flank that he has here. But if he can make something of it, it's definitely going to be... So that PZ4 is still sitting here lying wait as well. So I don't think he knows... He definitely doesn't know that he's been flanked right now. But I think that Sherman doesn't know where he is either. Oh, we got some rounds coming on in here too. Oh, yep, they're taking some direct fire right here. He's got a line on that Sherman. Watch out, Nutty. He's on your hard left, mate. Oh, a couple of misplaced shots right there. He's trying to return fire right now. Some brilliant long-range engagements. Oh, he's managed to ping him. Turning fire right now. Oh, some more shots being absorbed in. He's going to have to back up. He has to pull out. Oh, he got a one hit. Oh, down he goes. Down he goes. That was some brilliant shooting over there by Nutty's crew, I must say. They did not spoil any of the opportune moments that they had there to try and capitalize on that exchange. Let's see what they do. Mr. Dangmore, he's out there. Tegan's going to be patching up his tank right now with Dow, which is good. 2 crew members are allowed to hop out and repair. That is allowed. Oh, but he's taking some rounds here too. We got some more rounds coming on in. Oh, ricochet hit from behind. I think they might be toast here. It's all kicking off. This PZ4 is pushing on up in. I think he's got a bead on one down there as well. Cheeks' crew here. They've got that Sherman down the end there. A little bit of a ricochet off the end. See, now they're starting to come back in and re-engage. See, he's come out to that little hedgerow what I was talking to about earlier. He's peeking his turret over the top of that broken glider. I don't think he 100% knows that he is there because he's not lining up his shots directly on him. He's sort of shooting from behind it too. Ah, there's a Sherman right there. Okay, so he does not know. He does not know that Dangmore's tank is there. Somebody else knows that Dangmore's tank is there. And they're popping in some rounds from behind there. Oh, another shot from the side. Oh, he can't get the angle. He can't get the angle over the top. He can't get the angle. Oh, down he goes. Mr. Dankmore's crew has been eliminated. They're going to have to try and get themselves another tank back. 2 shots just got tanking down in on this PZ4 right here as well. Duffman's going to have to try and back up a little bit. See if he can't get some repairs happening on there. Cheeks, he's in his tank as well. Him and his crew have been playing absolutely brilliantly this match. The Sherman down here has still survived. Louis the Lug and his crew have been playing some brilliant defensive gameplay today as well. But now they're on the offensive, so it's going to be interesting to see how these guys can get back and try and potentially reclaim this midpoint back off the North American team right here. Oh, PZ4 just absolutely destroyed right there. Oh wait, no, that was a Puma. It was a Puma, nice little squishy Puma. So Nutty and his crew, they're coming on in. See another Sherman up on here. They're finally going to try and cap back this midpoint. Spurs and his crew pushing forward. See, this little place here, this little alleyway has been hot property right here, right now. A lot of people have been, a lot of the North American teams have been setting up there and creating little crossfire areas to be able to take out the tanks. But both of them are still active over here on this left-hand flank. They're keeping it locked down. I don't think that they're aware that they're starting to get a pincer maneuver happening here, and they're going to get flanked from behind them. They're too zeroed in on the tank crews up ahead here, and the one that was hanging out over to the side there, but now they've both all moved on in, up into the point. I think they know exactly where they are, but they've managed to move around. Oh, a little bit of attack of opportunity through that little broken bit in the wall just there. They may be able to get a few shots off in there, but I don't think they're aware that they're... No, he's completely blind. He has no idea. But I don't think they know that PZ4 is there either. He's just going to have to try and inch it a little bit more. Oh, ricochet straight off the frontal plate. He was too early. He should have went for the side. Missed his shot too. Come on. Oh, another ricochet. Oh, he's taking some rounds now. He's taking a few hits. Oh, down goes that PZ4. I don't think if he can see through that position right there, but I don't think he's going to have much of a chance now. He's getting pinged from all 3 angles here. This is a very smart play from the Oceania team. Even if one tank gets taken out, they've got 3 of them on this one PZ4 here. Duffman does not look very good. Him and his crew, they're in dire straits right here, right now. It might be all over Red Rover for them. Oh, they managed to get one of the Shermans down. But Spurs is now coming for the flank. This rear armor hit will finish him off. Oh, he missed his shot. He missed his shot. I don't think the PZ4 is not going to be able to turn around quick enough to be able to return fire on this. Rear armor hit. That's the engine down. They have to only rely on time traverse here. Down he goes. What a brilliant play from Team Oceania right there. That was perfect pincer maneuvers. You had Mr. Dangmore over here and his crew. And you also had Louis the Lug and his crew keeping the PZ4s distracted while the rest of the Oceania team was able to come in and go in for a rear flank. That was absolute brilliant teamwork there. Now they're capping back center point. Now if they hold this center point down really, really good and try and keep it locked up tighter than a crab's buttocks, I reckon they would be able to keep this point for the remainder of the match, which should be able to secure them enough points to potentially work up in the rankings. Because Oceania in this match at the moment are scoreless. The Americans, they're currently in first place. So if they go good here, they could potentially knock the North America team off the top spot in terms of point tally total. But it looks just an absolute battleground here. Dead tanks everywhere. This has been one hell of a brilliant matchup here, and we've still got half an hour to go in this awesome DMT event that they've orchestrated here for us today. but this just gives the... Oh, but... Oh, look! Oh, I'm so excited! Oh, this is great! Just replying to a couple of the viewers who have come on in to say hello. Ooh, okay, we've got some rounds coming on over here. Don't think he's aware of where that shot just potentially came from then, but it was so close. He's looking around, he's trying to see. Tank marker map has gone down there, but there is no tank in that vicinity. Ooh, lovely ricochet went off that PZ4 there right now. Oh, another good side armor hit. He's got a bead on him. They're in dire straits here. Those cheeks. Oh, more rounds coming on in. Pedal to the metal. More power. I'm at full throttle, Carton. I'm giving her all she's got. Free Mace is going to have to come out there, draw a couple little repairs there, see if they can't get this tank back up into the action. Losing a tank like straight away as you're coming off from your base and heading to the point is very detrimental. Very detrimental. See, they're shooting rounds on him, trying to keep his head down there. They do not want him to try and come back in and try and get that tank repaired. Launching rounds down in Dondon. And they're returning fire too. A couple of rounds are coming back on in. Some brilliant long-range tank engagements right here. But they don't know exactly where he is. They know that he's behind the hedgerow, but they're just lobbing rounds down, hoping that they can potentially get a shot on him. Whoa, that was incredibly close. And he's lost a crew member too. One of his crew members has been taken out. They're not going to be able to do much here once they've only got two. Like, you can operate as a two-man crew, which is good. That's obviously a nice little bending of the rule there, because you know you can potentially lose a crew member. But they have got this tank absolutely pinned down. I'm not too sure how they're going to try and get out of this. They're going to have to wait until a friendly tank comes and gives them some support. Engine's been killed. They've just fired it back up again. Stasi Mortar. Okay, let's have a look around and see if we can't find ourselves. Precision strikes are coming on in. Oh, they actually got him with the precision strike. What a hit. They are down and out for the count. It's very, very difficult to try and land those precision strikes because they do take a little bit of time to come on in. But that was absolutely perfect from the commander there. That's brilliant play right there. Being able to put the pings down to make sure that they know exactly where to throw that thing. Exactly where to hit it. Done some great work. And he's still trying to engage on something all the way down there. Is there another PZ4 that's kind of move up into the field? Well, that is a brilliant position that they have there. Like, they have a really, really good line of fire. Able to cover that whole side there. Okay, we've got a PZ4 that's trying to inch back into the point right now. The North Americans, they really need to recapitalize back on this. Duffman is back with his crew, hoping to extract some revenge on the Oceania team for that final maneuver that they did on them just before. He's observing the battlefield, trying to get a game plan strategy together, maybe potentially waiting for a couple of other allies to come and help him out as well too. Yeah, I think he might be waiting for some reinforcements, trying to push into that point all by yourself. It's so difficult once you're trying to attack a point that's already been taken, because you know your enemy, once they have the point, they can coordinate themselves, they can set themselves up into good positions, interlocking lines of fire. But with every good defense, all it takes is a good offense. Forrest and Toby Drew and their tank, they're trying to push on back up in here now. Hopefully trying to get a good position so they can defend this point for the remainder of the match. Because the more time that they're on the point, the more points that they're going to be able to accumulate. Oh, he's engaging something. What do you see down there, boys? What have you got? Tank marker has gone down all the way down here. Must be all the way down the end of the street. He is. He's gone for a little bit of a flank. He's trying to do the same tactic that the Oceania team did before on them. Senpai, commander, and his tank and his crew, they're going for a little bit of a wide flank here, which can definitely work out in your favour if you can get there sneakily. That's the trick right there, trying to get there sneakily. As much of a wide flank as you can. The wider the better. But you don't want to go too wide to the point that you're not going to be, you know, useful to your team by the time that you get in there. You know, it's all about good coordination within this game mode, guys. I can hear something. Where is it? So I don't want to open the map, because I don't want to give anything away. Now Mr. Dangmore's going around to go and meet that flank. He's going to meet that flank. They've sort of figured out what they were doing with that as well. So he's going to go down and try and tank that flanker head on. But he knows that he's going in there for the flank. But I don't think they know exactly where that tank is. See Nutty and his crew with Forrest and Toby Drew. Dangmore, Dow and Tegan, they're all heading over here to try and take out that flanker. But do they know where he has actually gone to? Here he comes in. Senpai, Lil Bricky and Rags are in this tank right now. I think they're going to try and maybe cut through the cemetery or go in behind the cemetery. But either way, they're starting to close in, so that's their position right there. Got Dangmore and Forrest in their tank. They're closing in. They might be setting up a little opportune moment here and just try and let him come to them. They've got a 2-on-1 tank advantage here. Oh, he's got a direct line on him as soon as he peeks out from this area. If he can use those hedgerows as cover. But Dangmore and his crew, I think that they know he's down there, but they can't get a line of sight on him. I don't think they can get a clear shot. Oh, ricochet straight off the frontal plate there. He got lucky with that exchange. He's returning fire back on that Sherman. They're trying to back it up. Some brilliant shooting. But I don't think he's aware that there's two tanks there. I think he only knows that Dangmore's tank is there. Now Nutty and Forrest and Toby Drew in their tank, they're going to try and push up and advance and try and get another beat on them. He's tanked around right there. Oh. So many rounds are coming on into them right now. And down he goes. Unlucky. Like, it was definitely a good idea to try and go around for that flank. But in that time period, this PZ4, Captain Fives and his team, Serb and Batshill, they've managed to take out Dangmore and his crew from behind. That's a sneaky approach. Where did he even come from? Just came in out of nowhere. Now they need to try and get back to the point. They need to try and get this point locked back down if they need to try and accumulate some more points to get the win on this one. So we've still got two tanks that are hanging around here on point. They're putting markers down for other tanks that are on the approach. What an absolute brilliant matchup. This is a brilliant matchup that we've been seeing here tonight, guys. They're engaging down here. Oh, he's taken some rounds in. He doesn't have a very good line of sight on him. He's just peeking through those hedgerows. Whoa, rounds are coming back. Look at this lovely long-range engagement that's going on here. Oh no, one more hit. And Duffman and his crew are going to be done for. Oh, scratch that. He got lucky on that exchange. He got very lucky just then. I think he's trying to see if he can find a safe spot to jump out and do some repairs. Yep, Ruggers just jumped out, try and get some repairs done on that tank. More markers are coming up. So he's just constantly putting rounds down. That's actually a good idea. Because if you can land a decent HE shot and potentially take out the crew, which is what I think he's trying to do right now. It's a really, really good tactic employed by the Team Oceania right here. So all it takes is one good placed tank shell and he can potentially take out both crew members. Then that tank is practically useless because you can't run a one-man tank. So that's your gamble that you have to do. Do you send both your crew members out to repair, or do you only send one? Now they're all patched up back into action. I reckon they're going to slowly try and push down here. Another PZ4 on the approach here, commanded by Cheeks. He's got Infernal and Freemason with him. They're going to try and take out that Sherman that's holding over here. That Sherman is oblivious. He doesn't even know that he's coming down that main road there. But then he's also got backup just sitting here too. Private Property and Louis the Lug. Sky Mech is in that tank as well. Oh, they're taking some rounds now. His PZ4 is coming down from the side and down he goes. Didn't even know that he was there. That's Fives coming back on in with his crew. I knew they'd come back on in on the point. They've looped back in entirely around. This is a good opportunity for them to take back the point. I think they only have one tank that's within the vicinity. They have two other PZ4s that are now coming down in on the approach. We've got one here, and then another one that'll be coming down the road here very, very shortly. There he is right there. It's a very good opportunity for the North American team to capitalize here and try and get the point back and try and get a couple more points before the game is out. We've still only got 15 minutes left in this matchup. I don't think that PZ4 is aware of this Sherman just sitting right here. He's trying to do his best to try and fend them off. He can see them coming on him, but there's so many carcasses that's just lining the battlefield right now. Your line of sight to try and effectively take some shots here is going to be a difficult one. So that PC4 is now lining up on this position here. They're both trying to crawl on in to secure this point. And down goes that Sherman. Absolutely annihilated. So the North American team, very good positioning right there. They actually moved on in, coordinated as they needed to. Now they can try and secure this point down for the remainder of the match and try and tally themselves up. Down goes a PZ4. Who is that? Dangmore yet again. Coming on in, he has been an absolute force to be reckoned with in this match here right now. Okay, we've got some more tank markers going down. They know of their position. They know that the PZ4s here are back on point, but they need to try and capitalize and see if they can't get this point back. He has some backup going to come in and help in here now. Mr. Dangmore is now being helped out by Nutty and his crew. I wonder what they're thinking right now. I wonder what they're thinking. Because they have got really good defensive positions on here, hiding in between these hedgerows here, so their left flank is potentially good, unless something comes all the way down this road again and takes them out. But they're cautiously going to try and push back in on the point. I think they have a rough idea on where their tanks are, but I do not think that they're aware of what is all the way down here. See, Senpai and his team, they're in this PZ4 and they've got the engine killed. They have completely killed the engine. They're in complete stealth mode. They've got a good line down there. They need to be able to see if they can come back in and support if needed. Dangmore is now engaging that PZ4 down there. He just could see the barrel sticking out. A little bit of a ricochet shot there. Cheeks and his crew have just been taken out. Another Sherman has come back in over on the backside here. Nutty and his crew claiming the kill on that one. Absolute brilliant play there. I think the Oceania team may be able to get this point back. They've only got one tank that's actually on the point defending. It's a 2-to-1 positioning here. However, this one all the way down here, they need to get themselves out. Oh no, he's stuck. I don't think he can get out. I don't think he can get out. First gear, he's going to have to try and get up in there. There he goes. He's managed to pull himself out of there. That's good. That could have been very detrimental then if he actually got that tank stuck at this sort of critical moment in the end game here right now. Only 12 minutes left on the clock. So just having a few people come on in and talk to me like, hey, what's up? How come you're not talking to us? It's just okay, I'll just type a quick little message in there. Hey, how you going? Okay, they're re-engaging this PZ4 here. 2-to-1 right now. Dangmore has been absolutely trying to keep his head down. They're clapping back this point the last 10 minutes of the match. Not too sure how they're going to do this. Another PZ4 is coming down, so it's even Stevens now, but then they also have this other one that's moving up the road here. They could potentially cap the point back at the last minute. Some more rounds are going down in there. Like, yeah, that's what happens when you come towards the end of the game. Is that you have so many tank carcasses that are just in the way and you cannot see past them. But shells are coming on in. Dangmore here is going to try and peek out, see if he can't hit this guy. He's got a line of sight on him. A couple of street signs maybe in the way. Yep, he's got to poke forward just a little bit more. And glitch out on top of that other one. But he's got his side armor facing him. That's not a good position. He's missed another shot. I think he might be hitting some street signs or something. Dangmore's gone back onto the retreat. 2 PZ4s here on point. Toby Drew's just jumped out to try and do some repairs. Okay, he's thrown a smoke in front of them. Oh, down he goes. There goes that Sherman, but he's thrown a smoke down in front of those guys. I'm not too sure if they're allowed to use smoke in offensive matters against other enemy tanks. That's an interesting one there. I'd have to look at the rules on that one to see if that's actually allowed. Because you can use smoke for your own vehicles, for your own crew's protection, but not so much against enemy crews. I'm not too sure if I'd have to look at the rules there and look at that one. But Dangmore's here, he's taken some shots. Tegan Loss has jumped out to try and do some repairs. It's still 2-to-1 on point here in terms of the tanks. Duffman is here with his tank. Senpai is still down here with his PZ4 as well. Dangmore is in desperate need of some backup, otherwise it's going to be in dire straits, and they're going to be capping back that point. And they have capped back that point. This has been one hell of a close game, tooth and nail. I don't even know if I can declare a winner here, guys. It hasn't been one-sided, that's for sure. Dangmore's been incredibly cautious, moving his tank forward best that he can. Okay, so Senpai's going to go for a flank there. I just saw him moving his tank around the backside of these buildings. I think he's going to try and cut off the support that may be coming in for Dangmore right now. Oh, excuse me. Action's going on down in here. Dangmore's engaging that PZ4. Oh, another Sherman down on here. That's Louis the Lug has been taken out and down he goes. Cheeks has come back with his tank. They're definitely going to be able to hold the point down here. Hopefully they can do it for the last 8 minutes. Dangmore's in serious trouble right now. He's getting pincer maneuvered from both sides. He's got 2 shots onto that PZ4. That PZ4 takes another one, and there he is. Man, what some brilliant gameplay from Dangmore right here. But he's in big trouble now. That other PZ4 is trying to come back in and line up on him. That was a good side armor hit right there. They're going to have to try and back it up, see if they can't get some repairs done. Oh, scratch that. Down he goes into a ball of fire. Credit to Team North America right here. They're just like going absolutely no. You are not taking back this point. This is ours for the remainder of the match. They've got 2 PZ4s on point here. Here comes a Sherman back up onto the main road here. He's going to try and engage the rest of that PZ4 right now, but he's getting a shot. Spurs and his crew. Let's see what they can do here. Nicely done. See, shooting the side armor hits. Side armor hits is the way to go. Side and rear armor. Frontal armor, you can still get hits, but you have a lot more chances of ricochets as well. Ace has just jumped out to try and do some repairs there. Going to have to try and patch that tank back up. Now they are aware of that PZ4 that's out the back here now. They are aware of him being around here. But it's still 1-to-1 on point. It's contested at the moment now too. We've got 7 minutes left in this lineup. Can Team Oceania claim the top spot back? Oh, more rounds coming on in. How quickly can you get that repair tool going there, Ace? Oh, good enough. Down goes the PZ4. Wow, so many freaking tank carcasses just lying around the battlefield here. Oh, action. Oh, so much action. And Oceania, Team Oceania is now finally starting to cap back the point. This is brilliant gameplay from these guys, I must say. This has been a very impressive battle from both teams. If I was to try and say who has won it, I honestly cannot say who has. Both teams have put in really great work. Both teams have held the point for a very long duration of time. But considering I'm an Aussie, I have to be biased because I'm a commentator. I can't be trying to favour one team over another. That's just nope, you can't do that. Just like with refereeing right there. Let's see what they can do here. Being incredibly cautious, trying to come back in on the point there. They need to try and lock this point down, but I don't think that they know if anything is actually still hanging around. Being cautious, trying to keep it locked down for the next 5 minutes. Every second that they hold down the point, that's more points that they get accumulated to the total score. It's not just about tank kills, guys. It depends on how long you hold the point and how long you hold it for. They're just holding down these crossroads here. This little area right here has just been Panzer Alley and Sherman Alley right now. Like, there's just so many carcasses that are just riddling the battlefield. Absolutely brilliant matchup, brilliant lineup. Perfect and brilliant offensive work from both Team Oceania and North America. I will definitely be coming back to host some more of these DMT tank tournaments right here. This is just absolutely spectacular. Now as they hold the point, they've just got to hold it out for another 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes and they've got this in the bag. So Nutty, Forrest and Toby Drew are in here. They're keeping this right-hand flank locked down. They've got a brilliant line of sight all the way down here. They've been taking out tanks that have been trying to push down this left-hand flank all session. All session. They've had complete area denial whenever they've got a tank here in this spot. Oh, we've got some rounds that have been shot off here. I think Spurs and Wing Ace and Dumb Dog are here. They've got this crossroads down here held down in this road that's leading mainly all the way in. Be interesting to see what they can do, if they can lock this area down for the next 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all they've got left to do it. And I think they can do it. They've only got the 2 tanks left that are on point. I can hear another enemy tank coming on in. Here he is. Here comes the PZ4 for a last final hit. See, they're loving this little side road here. They're loving coming down here. So they've been given orders to move down the road. See, something might be coming down this road here. So they're just trying to spread themselves out. They've got just 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left to keep this point locked down. That PZ4 is coming back on in. We've got 2 Shermans here defending on point. Nutty has got that right hand side locked down. Louis the Lug, Private Property and Skymech, they're in this tank here. They're going to get a nice good shot on this PZ4 if he decides to poke his head out. The point is now contested, so they know that something is in on the hard cap. They know something's on the hard cap. But if he pokes out there, it's going to be to his own demise. He's got 2 tanks that are lining up on both sides. If he even just slightly pokes out, they've already got a bead on him. They know exactly where he is. That Sherman's coming back down the road here now. Fives, Batshill and Serb, they've decided to back themselves up a little bit. Try and keep themselves a little bit reserved on the point. 2 minutes left, people. 2 minutes. But they can't get the cap down because everybody's in the hard cap. Oh, firing coming on in. It was very, very short there. Just trying to take out that carcass so they can get a good line on him. They know that he's there. Oh, yep, good shots on that PZ4. See, that's the peeker's advantage right there. You got the front of your tank poking out. Have the front of your tank poking out, you can still be seen and shot, even though that your turret isn't actually lining up on them. See, I learned that from playing way too much War Thunder. Oh, down goes the Sherman. The PZ4 managed to get the jump on him, but he's very, very wounded right now. Oh, Nutty's coming in for a flank in behind. He's going to try and take out Duffman and Fives right here in their tanks. He's got perfect positioning on them. Oh no. Oh, how did Serb survive that one? Now he's getting shot up from the rear. Down goes Serb. PZ4 is on point. And that Sherman's now engaging that other PZ4 that's coming down the main road. He gets one more shot on him and I think he's going to be cooked. Nice. Down he goes in a ball of smoke. Oceania team just holding the point. Here comes Akuma. Oh, and again down he goes. They tried to just have a Panzer column just try and charge on in there, but unfortunately it did not work for them. Team Oceania had way too many good points of opportunity here to be able to defend from. As we grind down into the last 10 seconds of the game, a few more rounds, victory shots going off, fires of desperation. There we go. How about that? Now, even though it says victory, it is not a complete total victory for the Allies. Let's have a look here. So, some of the best tank crews that we had that were on the field today. So fives, he did a brilliant job with that one. Louis the Lug, Spurs, they did some brilliant tank commanding. Dangmore, Nutty, Toby Drew, and Forrest, really good on their combat scores right there. Well done to all teams all round. That was an absolute brilliant lineup. That was absolutely awesome. Like, oh, I'm shaking, guys. I'm shaking. Oh my goodness. What a matchup. That was an absolute treat. It's not to just spectate that, but commentate that, but also get to have the bird's eye view to watch all of that unfold. That was just absolutely brilliant gameplay from both teams. Who the winner will be announced once the devs go through and they analyze how many times certain particular points were being held for, kills, everything like that. So we'll stay tuned. We'll see who actually gets the W on that one. I will let you guys all know within the DMT server. You can check up on there. Also within my server as well too, the Joystick Jockeys, which I will be, you can always go onto my main profile and have a look at that. But what a game. What a game. That was just absolutely brilliant. We'll see you all in the next one, hey?